Hey folks, Jessica here. So I am making this video to celebrate a pretty big milestone for the channel, 1,000 subs. That's a pretty small thing in the grand scheme of, like, you know, YouTube, but for me, it's a huge deal. So thank you all so much for all your support and appreciation, your comments, your views, just your questions, everything. Just, you guys have been great. I didn't think anybody would watch these videos. I mean, I was playing Granblue Fantasy a ton. I'm like, there's not a lot of good English-speaking content that explains the mechanics of Granblue. So I just wanted to put some videos up and, you know, see what happens. And I did not ever expect to actually get people watching them. So thanks again. You guys have been the absolute best. Sorry again. I mean, I always tell you I'm busy, but I'm busy a lot. PAX is just recently behind me. I have been spending a lot of time getting prepped up for PAX. Just got home from it, so I figured I would record a quick thing to celebrate 1,000 subs. If you've noticed, since I just got back from PAX, I'm a little bit dull. I just poked myself in the eye. I'm a little bit dolled up for it. I've got these blue contacts in. I don't know if they're showing up on camera, but I've always wanted blue eyes, and I figured it was high time I went full anime and just got anime waifu blue eyes. So yeah, well, I figured we'd do a quick box tour because it's been roughly a year, I think, since the last time I did a box tour, and actually a lot has changed since then. So let's just jump right in. I can't remember what I talked about last time, so I'm just gonna talk about whatever comes to mind. So, Granblue. I will admit I haven't been playing Granblue as much as I normally do just because of, like, work stuff, life stuff, etc. But I'm still playing, don't get me wrong. I'm currently in the process of, like, just ramping back up my my playtime. Currently not a crew, as you might have noticed. Just because, like, I was inactive for a short period, so I didn't want to eat up a crew slot. And now I'll probably find a crew and get back into the swing of things. But I still have been playing off and on. I've been trying to get Damascus from all the events, as you should, and anything important from all events. Like, I did the Love Live event, which was amazing. I never thought a Love Live Granblue Fantasy collab would ever happen. Makes me want, like, so many random collabs that I never thought would happen. Like, where's my Madoka collab? Come on, just give it to me. My Hatsune Miku in Granblue would be amazing. I love collabs. Anyways, let's see. So Fire Team. I am still running fairly similar Fire Team that I did before. Big changes are I finally took out Percy because now I'm running the all-girl team because I'm predictable. I took out Percy for, like, Summer Beatrix just because Summer Beatrix has such synergy with, like, an enmity fire grid. Like, she lowers her health, she has her own enmity boost, and she can survive at low health for at least a hit or so. So, like, she's a very powerful offensive character. Very singularly offensive, though. That's something I will say. Then I subticked Teresa a couple subticks ago, and I don't know why I call her Teresa. Her name's Therese. Wait. Okay, yeah, it's Therese. If I occasionally lean into the camera a little bit, it's these blue contacts are a mesh. That's how you get the solid blue look, while still allowing me to see, but does make everything a little bit hazy, so it's a little bit hard to read things. I suppose I should have just taken them out, but I don't know, I love having blue eyes, so I'm just gonna have them in for this video. Therese, if you're not familiar with her, she is, like Summer Beatrix, a very offensively oriented fire character. Has some mechanics to survive at low health. She also can draw enmity to herself, or hostility to herself, while increasing her dodge rate, so she acts as a pseudo-tank, because no one on your team really can take a hit. This fire team's extremely squishy, don't get the wrong idea. But, TBH, from the vast majority of the content in Granblue these days, being extremely squishy is not that big a deal. You can just slug your way through most content while being squishy. It's okay. Let's see. And then I'm still running Sturm because Sturm is awesome. Sturm has always been awesome. Nothing has really changed about Sturm. She's got her ramping damage. She inflicts burn, which is useful if you're using something like the Xeno Freed Axe. And, you know, this sword switch ability, so her ability is, I think it's like every turn she builds attack or or puts a hit on the foe's defense, based on which, sword switch, skill she has active. I don't think I've ever clicked this skill. Like, I'm not joking, I'm not exaggerating. I literally think I have never clicked this skill in my life. Because I always just use the attack up. I just have death down from other sources, so I get the attack up. I just use the attack up. I might be doing it wrong, but that's how I do it. Let's see. And then she's got this self buff for 20% of her charge bar. All these things stack up to her just pumping out a lot of single target damage. Blitzkrieg is her nuke, which doubles up if you use Hell's Angel, which is her charge attack. She's just good. I like Sturm. The only non-squishy part of my fire team is I run Yule, because lesbian Firefox is the best. She's got some pretty good team buffs, and she's got a heal and a remove debuff, and like she can add an echo to your team. She's just a very good buffer / support, while not being a terrible attacker either. So like, she's just very solid. She's actually, I want to say she's the character I start dashed. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I did in fact start dash Yule. I didn't know she was a lesbian back then. It's my destiny. And Tien, sorry for the messenger noises. My dad is talking to me about his Earth team, which is super cute. I love that my dad plays this game. Tien, Esser, for pretty much for the Magic Find. She's a fine character as an attacker. She's not the best, but she's serviceable. When you get her 5-star, she is much more useful as an attacker, but she's still serviceable as a 4-star. And I mean, if you saw my Bandit Tycoon video, I'm all about the Magic Find. Like, I believe in the placebo. I usually use Fire Berserker also with the Xeno Axe. I guess you can do like Fire Kengo now with the Xeno Efreet Katana. I haven't really tried that though, so... oh, I should look at my grid. Pretty standard grid, a bunch of X-Ax. These are the shitty, normal X-Ax, because I'm running Agni. I've heard that the calculation on the Magna Enmity X-Ax makes them better, but it's not really an option for me since I don't run Magna. 2 Xeno Freed Axes, Fire Prometheus. I'm still getting used to this. The last few times I've used this, it's actually just completely killed me, because that damage it does to you every turn does add up after a while, especially if you're already taking a pounding from the boss. But it's a double like attack modifier, plus it activates your MD, it activates your X-Ax by lowering health, so it's like it's high risk, but it's pretty strong. I definitely recommend it. Ultimate Sword. You might notice I haven't 4-star or I haven't fully uncapped this Erictonius yet. That's just because that was fairly recent and I haven't had a lot of time to play, but I will do that. So using one, a free cane for good measure. Let's see, what does my wind team look like? Not wind team, water team. So, I've got a few teams I like for water. Right now, I primarily use Glorybringer with a Murglice because Overdrive Assassin is just the best. I need to make some changes here. Right now I'm running the one Murglice. I actually have 3 of Drang's balls, Drang's blue balls. And I believe the ideal primal deck for water only uses like 1 or 2 of those FLB. So I might actually use Damascus and then slam 3 balls together. Oh, that's awkward. Slam Drang's balls together and make an FLB single blue ball. And then use that in this grid, so I'd probably kick out... I'm not sure what I'd kick out. Maybe this this Oberon. So that's probably the only change I'd make to the grid. I have another Murglais sitting. I have a bunch of like the whale weapons sitting for all the colors because I'm a scummy whale. I just don't have the Damascus to uncap them all. So I'm trying to be responsible of how I use my... I'm trying to be very efficient of how I use my Damascus, so water is just not a priority right now. Especially since the water Guild Wars just ended. I did briefly consider like FL being my second Murglais for the water one, but I ended up not doing it. Only thing interesting here is, besides running Veruda, I am running Makula Summer, and funny thing about her is I have randomly pulled 4 copies of her. I didn't tix any, I don't even know you can, I obviously didn't spark any, I just randomly rolled 4 Makulas, so I need to full uncap her when I get a chance. She's also a pretty good summon. Her effect is like Cold Cage, which is like a temporary paralyze against fire, and also boosts your charge bar 30% if she's FOB. Pretty nice summon all around. Can we get back to my team, please? So team's interesting. Would you fuck off? Okay. Water team. There we go. So I usually run Yule because I always have to run the Lesbian. Lesbian Water Fox is quite strong. Good buffer. I think a lot of like the one thing I don't like about water is like the endgame water meta is super stagnant for the most part, because you pretty much always run Uno, who I really don't want to make because Uno is really fucking ugly. I said it. 5-star Uno, or sorry, 5-star Uno. Why did I get confused how many stars there are? And like 4-star Quattro are usually like core of the team, and Altair is usually the 3rd character. I've seen some teams run Kukuru, who I have right here, instead of Altair, which is fine. I think Summer Drea is now like the thing that people swap in for that slot also. It's like 2 out of 3 frontline slots are locked in, and then 1 just swaps in whatever water good stuff you have. So like, that's one of the reasons I'm not super excited about water. I just don't want to build fucking Uno, god damn it, or Quattro for that matter. Even though Quattro is a very pretty boy. So I'm just running Sova and Kukuru for like the sister power. Also, Sova's actually quite good. She does so much friggin' damage through her Oogie, and she's just so damaging. Kukuru is a really powerful buffer, in my opinion, and also does a pretty good amount of damage with her, what is it? Her shoot 'em up skill, which like makes her AoE at the end of every turn. She's just a very useful character. Big thing about her is she can petrify. Not petrify. Her skill is called Inert, and basically makes, it's on her charge attack, it makes the opponent not attack for their next action. Like it's kind of like a local paralyze, and she can just apply it every time she does Bombard Blitz, so like that's actually pretty strong. Stop swapping to fire. And back row doesn't really matter. I was leveling Veins, I had him in the back. Also, Veins a fine character, I guess, if you like boys. And Drang's in the back also, because Drang is also a strong character if you like boys, I guess. That's the team I usually use for water. I was working on a, where is it? Yeah, this team for water. Ignore the back row, it's kind of relevant here. I wanted to do like an all water staff team with like, I need to get this up to Ultima, it's only Atma. With the Ultima staff, Pretend that's an Ultima Staff and not an Atma Staff. God damn it, every time I hit back it switches water. It's killing me. But Necromancer is actually a pretty strong, in my opinion, water lead, because she's got the buffs for the team that water really needs, and like wow, my voice broke because I'm going through puberty apparently. She's got water has good staff characters. 2 of the 3 slots are like Altair and Drang, who work okay together. They're both staff, and Necromancer is staff, so like it seems like an Ultima staff team for water would be pretty strong. I've also got the Lunatic Broom built for Necromancer. If you're ever going to play Necromancer, I would go so far as to say you can't really do it effectively without a Lunatic Broom. Lunatic Broom just gives you MP back, and also like whenever you charge attack, you get MP back, and like that's just really important to keep your buffs from falling off, because like otherwise you kind of run at like negative MP. Okay, what else do we have? Earth. Earth's actually one of my stronger teams. I have a few different things I try, but for the most part, I just use the standard Elysian with like the Xeno Harp. Got the Xeno Sword. I've got this is an MD Earth build basically. So like Alexiel is actually super strong. Like I don't know why people. So people on Reddit do this thing. I'm gonna call out Reddit as usual. People on Reddit do this thing where whenever a character comes out, automatically, they're kind of mediocre, or they're not too exciting. It's always the reaction Reddit has. Like almost every single character that's ever come out, they say that, and it's usually just because people who don't have it are like, downplay it because I don't have it. That's usually what happens. One of the ones they did it for was Alexiel. Alexiel is super strong. Like if you get a Game Whiff's tier list, she's like she's one of 3 10.0 characters. And she's one of those ones that like a lot of people are like, yeah, she seems alright. No, she doesn't seem alright, she's fucking amazing. So Mirror Blade Helix is her her charge attack. Whenever she charge attacks, she removes a buff and she deploys a Mirror Blade. Mirror Blades build up her stats basically, attack, defense, charge attack, damage, for how many Mirror Blade stacks are on the field. They're permanent once they go down. I think they reset if she dies. Not 100% sure on that though. But once you put one down, as long as she's alive, they'll stay. They go up to 5. By the time she gets to 5 Mirror Blade stacks, she is a friggin' beast. But the thing that like makes her really strong is she's got a 70% elemental damage cut. That's pretty nice, right? And then she's got fucking, where is it? She's got a 100% damage immunity for all allies, plus a debuff immunity, plus it also nukes. And people are like, oh, but it's on a 12-turn cooldown. Oh no, that's so long. Yeah, it is so long, but you know what? She's got 2 damage cuts, and one of them is... I don't have 100 fingers. 100%! 100% damage cuts. She, like, if you want to go all in on damage cuts for some reason, and you run, like, a Spartan, and then you've got, like, summons, like, well, like Alexiel, actually. If you run the Alexiel summon FLB plus the actual Alexiel, you have so many huge, like 70 to 100% damage cuts. It's ridiculous. You can survive like anything. So Alexiel is really good. And the other thing about Alexiel is like, when she starts building those Mirror Blade stacks, she starts becoming an offensive powerhouse. Alexiel is just really freaking strong. Anyways. Oh, and then the other thing about Alexiel is really good. This increase to allies' Earth attack effect works really well with Dirt Lafield. Basically, I think Dirt Lafield's Earth up attack is like skill is like 30%, This bonus makes it 50%. So like just a passive like 20 extra percent earth attack damage. Just so good. She's wonderful. Wonderful. Plus she's gorgeous and fierce. Just the way I like them. So as I mentioned, and I should apologize at the point if you were expecting like a more concise video. I just wanted to do a quick impromptu thing because of 1,000 subs. So this is gonna be a little bit rambly. It's gonna be a little bit long. But you know, if you want to see what I have in my box and what I've been running, this should be the full rundown. Let's see. I am running 3.0, which that name I hate. Like, I vastly prefer the name Sarasa. Still don't know why. There's different names for them between the two versions, but there you go. 3.0 has the ability to obviously ground 0, which is huge ass, plain damage nuke, whatever. But the big thing is she can reduce her health to 1. And if you are at all familiar with Summer Zoe, you know how that works with Enmity. She can basically Enmity enable herself. Then I usually also run Air, even though he's fucking trash boy, because he can also Enmity enable himself by punching himself in the face, which is hilarious to me. And in the back row, I've got Siegfried, because he's just a really strong Earth character, and Dirt Lafille, because I love giving tokens, but also because she's the strongest Earth buffer for the most part. You can make some argument about who's actually the strongest Earth buffer. I like Delafille because while she only buffs one character as opposed to the whole team, her buff is extremely strong and it lasts a long time. This is what an Earth Enmity grid looks like. It's a little weird because it runs Stratomizer, which I still need to FLB. I know that came out when I wasn't really playing that much. But this is the best enmity weapon for Earth, pretty much. It's big enmity boost plus small Earth attack. It's just really strong. Got 2 of those, so only one of them is about to be FLB'd. Of course, Ugin's gun, the AK, like, best in slot, pretty much, for Earth. Like, if you just ran all these, you would be solid. It is small boost to triple attack, and then it's a double attack boost. Real good. Let's see. This one, not everybody runs. I just run it because I have it, and also it's not bad. Greatsword and Dalius gives you, I think it's a 7% Earth ally damage cap up. Pretty nice for a, yeah, Earth runs a lot of random gacha weapons that aren't Grand Series weapons, weirdly. And then if you want enmity for free to play, there is Solomon's Axe, which is like the inverse of the Stratomizer. It is a big boost to attack as opposed to a small boost, but it's only a small enmity as opposed to a big enmity. And then my magnum weapon, the gauntlet, yada yada, ultimate sword, you know how this works. Other thing I should point out is, like, the Lexiel, like, so much, so much, like, 100% cut, plus running Alexiel herself as a character, more cuts. Plus, I usually run Titan. I haven't FLB Titan, so it's not in this back row, but normally I do run Titan. And Titan is like guts to your whole team, so that's another way to survive damage. And then, like, I have Athena for even more cuts. If you watched my... God, what the hell was it? I did a video a while back, I think it was when the boss was Snow White, and, like, a lot of people took a more cautious approach, but I just went, like, full enmity and then just stacked damage cuts turn after turn after turn to burn her down super fast. Like, that's the kind of bullshit you can play if you've got a ton of damage cuts in Earth. Wind is my weakest color. Not gonna mince any words about this. I do have Summer Jean because she's beautiful. The thing with Wind is you really need, you don't need, but you very strongly benefit from having Neo, especially like 5-star Neo, and then I guess Siafan you can get, Smugfuck. Like, those two characters are very core. It's kind of like Water, actually, where Water pretty much needs Uno and could really use, like, there are other choices to Quattro, but Quattro is generally the best choice. Wind is much the same way. Its front lineup is a little bit stagnant. It's like, I think the ideal front lineup for Wind is like Siafan, Neo, and then Swimsuit Jean is like just the best lineup. And I never built Neo or Siafan yet, so that's why I don't really invest too heavily on Wind. I know Skahak, however you say her name. So there's a character in Fate Grand Order called Skahak, and I'm pretty sure you say this character's name like that, but I'm reading this name, it doesn't look exactly the same, so I don't know. She got a 5-star uncap, so I'm not sure where she falls. I need to uncap her and play around with her a little bit, but she might be pretty good. She seems pretty good. I backed out too far. But so right now, since I don't have Neo, I run the old school Korwa. Korwa was at one time like defining for Wind and also completely game breaking. She's still, I would still argue for longer fights, she's really strong. She takes a while to get going, but once you get her buffs going, she does an absolute shit ton of damage. And then Licia, much the same way, has her her orders, or her stalwart command, which can also give some strong buffs. And then I use Melissabelle to help charge stalwart command. Like Melissabelle plus some Glorybringer sword skills, plus Licia's own sword skills, buffs up stalwart command attack orders like really fast. And then you stack that with Korwa's buffs, and once all that shit gets going, you're autoing for like 1.7 million. You're autoing for like just absurd amounts of damage. We'll talk about Light last, actually, since it's my kind of my go-to team right now. So Dark, favorite Dark right now is still Glorybringer, just because the Xeno Phantom Blade is just so good, like so good. Like the mirror image thing on its Oogie, plus you gain bonus multi-attack and dodge while you have mirror image, is just so good. It's so good. Like, it's such a good Glorybringer weapon. Plus the Glorybringer effects on it are just amazing. My Dark Grid is much the same Dark Grid I've been running for a while now, which is just full-on Enmity. It's 3 FLB Gislas. It's the Quillen Bow for the damage cap increase. Yeah, kind of balance out the HP a little bit with a Diablo bow, a Diabo. Perizonium just instead of Cortana, because like just to cut down all of the freaking HP hits I take, and then the Cerberus Gun, Ultima Sword, and one Lonely Celeste Claw for that Magna bonus. And of course, it's Hades. Interesting thing. Oh, frontline Summer Zoe, because I need to do a video about this. Yes, I don't really say this often, but you can run Dark without being Enmity. But for it to be good, you're gonna need some really good shit. And it's like, in terms of potential, I don't think it's ever gonna be as powerful as Enmity is. Thing with Dark Enmity is, if you're running Dark Enmity and you're not running Summer Zoe, it's just subpar. I'm sorry. Like, it's just the reality. Like, Summer Zoe's a super broken character, and she enables Dark Enmity to do what it does. So, like, Summer Zoe's super important. This is the Visa Zoe, or this is the Visa Zoe skin, by the way, if you're wondering what skin that is. But yeah, she can lower everyone's HP to 1, which, like, there is no, like, Enmity enabler, as far as I can remember, that does that to the degree that she does. Like, so reducing HP to 1 is possible on, like, single characters, but she's the only one who does it for a team. And then she gives them immunity for a turn, which none of the other Enmity enablers do. And she gives them Drain, which you would think would be counter to Enmity. But what usually ends up happening, and this is one of the things where people are like, you can't use Summer Zoe on, like, super hard fights because you're at 1 HP, you'll die. Well, the thing is, you go to 1 HP, you're immune that turn, and then what usually happens is you drain enough HP because of the drain that you're out of the danger zone for most of your characters, and then you continue to drain for like a few more turns, and then you're completely out of the danger zone, while still doing a lot of enmity damage. Like Zoe's, like, her conjunction skill, like if the only skill she had was conjunction, she'd still be amazing. She is unique in her ability to not only enable enmity, but also protect the team after it gets enmity up. So yeah, Zoe, always there. I'm running a lot of sex. I'm running a lot of sex. Yeah, no, let's not talk about my love life. It's been pretty mediocre lately. Let's just leave it at that. See, it's weird saying his name, Seox. 6, got his buffs. I talked about this a while back. They've been in for a while now. They're every bit as amazing as predicted. Like, he friggin' hits like a truck on PCP, and then when he gets 6 runes enlightenment up, he double attacks for 4 turns. Like, not double he double strikes for 4 turns, not double attack. So he gets 2 attack sequences, basically, which could both be triple attacks. So he could attack 6 times. He gets going 6 times in a turn for 4 turns, basically, is what that boils down to. Or he can Oogie and then attack again for like 3 more. It's just ridiculous. And he also is dodging 100% attacks for 4 turns. He's just so strong. Like, whether or not he's the best Eternal, that is debatable, because like, he is extremely focused on attack, but whether or not he is the best Eternal in terms of doing raw freaking damage on a 1-to-1 scale, absolutely he is the best, which fits his lore. Like, I think they specifically wanted to make him match his lore, where he is just the best one-on-one fighter of all the Eternals. I'm using that event skin for him because I don't like him without his mask. This is Dark Jeanne d'Arc. Just realizing now that I'm using all skins on my team. Dark Jeanne d'Arc, again, just the reason why Dark was so dominant for, like, I think it was a long period of 2016. I think it was like all 2016. Like, Summer, Zoe, and Dark was just shitting on everything before they started giving things like elemental resistance. And like tons of AoE attacks and things that counter enmity, is because like they have a lineup that just so solidly fits with enmity. Jeanne is another example of that. Jeanne d'Arc, Jeanne d'Arc, as I like to call her. She's got inherent enmity, like through Le Passil d'Arc, and then she can also give herself invulnerability for, this is where I squint because these freaking contacts, for 5 turns. She gets knocked out on the 5th when the buff falls off, though. And then she boosts the whole team's dark attack and cuts incoming light damage. Like, and she's got incision, which boosts all her stats. And she do a damage or a defense cut to your opponent. Like, she's just the ideal enmity character. Like, she's just so powerful as an enmity character. And that synergy is kind of what makes Dark what it is. In the back row, I'm running Vera right now because I love her. Also, she's one of Dark's few utility characters. And while her damage is actually not... Her damage at one point was actually very good. These days, like, the power creep has made it so her damage is okay. However, if you're running a very top-end, like, grid, characters that have okay damage but high utility actually become much more valuable in a lot of cases than characters that have high damage and low utility, because your grid makes up for that damage loss. Vera is kind of a case of that. Basically, like, the main thing is she's got a miserable miss, lowers attack and defense, which is super useful. And then she's got Veil, which is actually the reason to take her. Like, Veil enables you to do some fights you just can't do. And then she can heal herself with a Drain, which is fine. And then she can do the Luminera Merge, which is cool. She'll do more damage. But, yeah, Veil is the main reason to take her. And also because she's a yandere lesbian, and I love her, and she's me. And if you haven't heard her music video yet, her official music video, the only character song for Granblue Fantasy that got an official music video that's so sweet and acknowledges that she's totally gay for Catalina. I love it. You should go watch it on YouTube. It's real good. Or better yet, go buy the CD. Show some support for your favorite yandere. Olivia in the back row. She's another character where people... I keep bringing this up. Where people, when she came out, were like, oh, she's mediocre. I mean, she was better in Trial. She doesn't do as much damage as she did before. I mean, she's kind of garbage, actually, because she doesn't do as much damage as she does before. Olivia's amazing. Like, if you look at the game whiff list, she's like a 9.5, along with, like, pretty much all the big, dark, heavy hitters. The thing is, like I said, not doing a super shit ton of damage actually is mitigated by having a really good grid, because that makes you do a shit ton of damage. So it's better to have a lot of utility and not do a shit ton of damage if you have a high-end grid, because that means then you will do a shit ton of damage and have a shit ton of utility. And that's the best of both worlds, and I love the best of both worlds. Anyways, Dark Fallen Sword, boost Olivia's Dark Attack, makes Picantum Mortale, her delay, proc twice, so she can double delay. Delay is when you lower the charge bar on the charge diamonds on your opponent. Super powerful. Double lay, super powerful. Twilight Terror effect. It's basically a fear. It makes it so their charge bar, it makes it, it fucks with them. It makes it them not do shit. It can I think, I don't remember if it's still like this, but I'm pretty sure Twilight Terror was changed so while it's in effect, they won't actually use their triggers. Don't quote me on that. Do some research, but I'm pretty sure that's still a thing. But Twilight Terror also acts like a fear. Like, they won't build a charge bar, and like it's really good. It's just really strong. Very debilitating, the hidden enemy of Twilight Terror. And then she's got Nevermore, which is personal buff. And then she's got a bunch of stuff that boosts her damage. She takes more damage from light, but you know, that's fine. That's fine. She's just good. Olivia's good. I don't know why people... I know why people were upset about her. It's one of those things where, like, if you give somebody something... so I should say, I'm a game designer in real life. I work on Guild Wars 2. I work for ArenaNet. And one of the things I've learned, for sure, is when you give somebody something and then you take it away, they are so much, like, more negative about it than if you never gave it to them. Like, I think if they never put Olivia's damage higher in Trial, and then took it away when they released her, I don't think people will complain about her nearly as much. It's just the fact that they gave her it and then took it away that gives people the impression that she's bad, but she's good. She's so good. Let's see. Sometimes I run Dark Catalina in the background. She is from the Granblue Fantasy Blu-ray. I run her because I run Vera, and you know, the Catavera ship is life. But also she's one of the few like dark damage cuts. But mostly I run her because Vera has a passive bonus where she gains more damage. Catalina. If you are running Catalina, and Dark Catalina counts. A lot of people, in fact, used to run Blue Catalina, Water Catalina, OG Catalina in the back row because it boosted Vera. So Dark Catalina, who actually fits the grid, is just a straight-up grid. She's not straight-up grid. She's a gay upgrade. She's just an upgrade. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about for Dark? I'm talking a lot about Dark because Dark used to be my primary color. Oh yeah, last subtext. I actually subtext. I think I did this on air. I can't remember. Or I think I talked about it on air. I subtext. Where is she? Hello, kitty. Where are you? I'm going friggin' blind. I swear I'm looking right at her. Somebody help me. Where is the character I'm looking for? Kitty, do you see this character I'm looking for? Am I just going nuts? Where the oh, there she is. Ha ha. Oh god, it's late. PAX is exhausting. I subtext Wolf and Rene. It was kind of just a spur of the moment thing because I thought they were kind of interesting. They are actually a very powerful dark character as far as I've read. I haven't actually... Level 1 out of 40, there you go. I haven't actually played with her, but I will. I intend to. I just need to get around to leveling her and playing with her, but she seems good. So I read her backstory, and I did not realize that they are in love with each other. Like 100% that's their story. Girl, don't fuck the wolf. Don't fuck the wolf. Ready? Don't fuck the wolf. That's fucking... Girl, don't do it. That is not the way you want to go. Not the way you want to... Not with K. Haha. The way you want to go. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be a furry. No kink shame, I guess. Yeah, no, they're in love. Like, that's so fucking weird. Okay, I'm over it. I'm over it. We're moving on. Narmaya got a 5-star upgrade. I still need to get her 100. She's amazing. She's also a fine addition to the lineup. Plus, she has her black dress from the CD. It's so pretty. Where the hell is it? Where's your black dress skin? Yeah, that... Wait. Is that the black dress skin? Where the fuck is my special skin? Hold on a second. Ah. There we go. Yeah, her black dress skin. Super nice. I'm gonna use her 5-star on cap skin then. Okay, light. Told you, this is gonna take a while, but we're having a fun trip through memory lane, at least for me. So, light. Typically, I run... Oh, I just have Twain up in the front because I got her summer outfit, which is... She's so pretty in her swimsuit. I love her. And I use swimsuit Jean because also so pretty in their swimsuit. The normal team I run is actually staff light. Because the Space Whale meta, which is the point I'm slowly getting to with my light team, is staff. That's why I was the Atma staff needs to become Ultima staff, obviously. But my grid is 2 FLB Edens, 1 FLB Gambitine, IO staff. I have another one, I just need more Damascus to get that to FLB. And then I'll probably run like a 3rd Eden, which I do have. I just need more Damascus. No, it's a trend. And then I might run like 3 Edens and 3 Gambitines, which I also have. It's like... I don't know how this happened, but I became a light main because I kept on pulling Grand Series light weapons. So now I have a whole stockpile of them, and that probably, like, once I get them all up and running, I guess I am officially a light space whale. I never thought, how could this happen to me? Hoglang Katana is still extremely strong, very hard to replace. Its passive buff of giving you, like, 10% light up to 50%. Every time you cast a heal, amazing, like absolutely amazing passive buff. Plus, yeah, absolutely amazing. Gambitine's thing is basically it's a light Murglace. I need to actually get this high to level 60. Don't look, it's level 60 out of 100. I'm sorry, 150. I need to upgrade it. And Eden is basically a Thimble, a light Thimble. And I'm running Zeus Obs. But yeah, light Clarice, very strong. Gives you some very, like, not that great a character if you're running Magna, but like for the Space Whale light staff grid, actually very strong, and also uses a staff. I can't believe Saranon's in my front line, but he got his 5-star upgrade and he became very good, so here he is. I will replace Saranon with Funth, once I get her. And then Io is like, I know Io like used to be a meme in Japan, but Io is actually like the cornerstone of like the light staff meta. She's got like she lets you beat the damage cap in a lot of interesting ways. I've got Light Vera in the background because Light Vera is actually, while not a staff user, like she's like game-breakingly powerful if used correctly. Just because like she can basically like soak damage for your entire team in like very, very easy to use and like powerful fashion. And then she can also like give your entire team like triple attack. She's just really strong with Aegis Merge up. Plus, she is my slightly less yandere, more like emotionally adjusted lesbian. And like, you know, character growth. I love it. Back row, I usually run Sophia because of a res. Though I did just randomly pull on a single pull. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, sometimes I run Swimsuit Hellas in the back because she's also quite good. Where the hell are you? Or Jeanne d'Arc, also quite good. Sometimes Fairy as well. Or Lucio. There's lots of options in Light. Where is the character I'm looking for? Ah, here she is. I just pulled a Robomi. It actually does a ton of damage. Like for short fights, she's actually very strong. I've been leveling her up. I'll probably end up using her for like, I don't know, like Guild Wars or something. She's not a staff character, unfortunately, but she is quite good. So yeah, that was a nice pull. Anyway, that's my box. If you want to go into the super secret stuff, I don't want to show people this, but I'm gonna. This is my stash of Grand Series weapons. It's I'm not gonna go over it, but I need so much Damascus. It's ridiculous. These are all waiting to be like Damascus stuff. So like this is like, if you're asking what I'm working on, it's this. Like, this box is always what I'm working on. I'm just trying to get more Damascus in order to get more of these weapons, FLBs, so I can stick them in grids, and then just destroy everything. So yeah, that's pretty much my box for 2018. If you got any questions, post them down below. Again, this is a long video. Hang on, what does that say? 48 minutes. This will be a 50-minute video, a super long one. Sorry. It's just, I wanted to do a more personal one because 1K subs means the world to me. Like, did not ever think we would get this point. I know it's not a huge number compared to like actual like huge YouTubers like the Markipliers of the world and whatnot, but you know, yeah, start small. And thanks so much for your support. Without it, I would never have gotten this far. Just like, it's a series of things. Like, the fact that people actually like these things is a huge motivation to me to keep putting them out. And also, like, the fact that people are willing to, like, to actually donate on Patreon means a lot. Like, both financially and just the fact that you guys are actually willing to, like, chip in to make this happen. Just really means a lot to me. Like, I love you guys. Anyways, yeah, that's been it for this episode. I'll get back to more regular videos at some point. I keep saying that, but I do mean it. I'm just trying to, like, figure out the right balance of, like... My cats just tore their way across my desk, if you heard that. I'm trying to find the right balance of, like, how to regularly record videos while also not burning out from, like, working too much. Because, like, right now it's, like, this weird thing where, like, I come home, I know I need to record a video, but I just worked all day, and it's like, oh, I don't want to record a video, I don't want to stream, I just want to hug my cats and go to bed. But I'll figure it out. I'll try to get these out more. Anyways, love you guys. You're the best. Thanks again for 1K subs, and I'll see you at 2K, I guess. Bye.